Hey everybody, welcome to Magnolias. Hello, hello. It's Amy here, and we're going to have a live design day today. I am looking forward to it because you know how much I like to design. Sometimes this is the only design time I get for the entire week.
Literally.
So jump on, say hello, join me, and we will have a fun time today doing some creative ideas for indoors and outdoors. I've also got some memorial items I wanted to show you today, and Kate's going to help me drop links to those. They're recently restocked or new items so that
Sure
you are
am.
up to speed. Hi, Kate.
Hi, everyone.
She's here.
We're rocking and rolling. I hope you had a nice weekend. It was super windy, so I didn't get much outdoor time like I was hoping.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just did it anyway.
I did in the morning, yesterday morning, but it got so windy in the afternoon at our house. Yours is protected. Mine is not protected.
That's true.
I was getting dirt in my eye.
I have lots of trees, so I did work in the garden, and I planted stuff, and then my mom's like, oh, it's too early.
Is it, though?
I don't know.
I
planted some, cole crops, and
yeah, it's fine. Hi,
know.
Tracy. Hello, Vicky in Michigan. Debbie in Texas. Susan in Michigan.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jane. Aloha, Kathy. Hello, Pat and Carol in Tennessee. What did you guys do this weekend? Anything productive? Or did you have a pleasantly unproductive weekend? Because those are also nice.
Well, before we start, this is what we're going to design for starters. This gigantic bowl with a tropical outdoor thing. Let's show some of these memorial items. And
hello, Sandy, Susie, Judy. Hello. I think it's just spinning. I think it's
just
locked,
spinning,
but it's just like spinning. Yeah.
I'm going to fall on the table. It's going to move
too much.
So
oh my goodness.
Design team has been busy. I can't take credit for our start to the memorial items that are coming in. Whoops, this is missing its little pick. We are creating these pieces so that you can prepare for decorating for Memorial Day.
Some of these are sold out, I will tell you. Like that purple one says sold out already.
I took it off the shelf. That could be the case. Well, we had a busy weekend. Maybe they haven't.
You know what? Is it at the
everything.
store or not? Can I move it from the store here?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay, that's fine. I'll ask Kayla.
I feel like we just brought it. This is it. Did she complete? This is the one she transferred. I'm so confused.
I don't know. Stuff is
All
selling
I can
so
say
quick.
is that over the weekend I took a look at the online florals again, and I almost went in on Sunday again to move flower arrangements, but today we're moving some.
Okay.
So that is happening because the 25% sale kicked in and includes memorial decor.
Yes, it does, except for patriotic, because patriotic is excluded from our sales. But we have some great deals.
Over the weekend, all of the other headstone clips have sold out. Kelsey's going to restock. This is what we call a monument saddle. And this, of course, is a metal cemetery vase that's supposed to have a metal pick attached to the vase here so that you can put the metal pick into the slot at the bottom, which isn't going to show up very well. There's a little slot and there's two little metal prongs. So we're getting there. This is an example of the one item possibly remaining in inventory, the angel breath. It's a vase design that has foam and it's glued. Oh, here it is. Here it is. We got to tape this baby on there so that you can make sure you add this when you get it. Pop it in the bottom. It's just too hard for it to stand around otherwise. And then this is going to go into the cemetery decor next to put it right next to the headstone so the wind doesn't catch it. Has a pretty good size flat bottom, and we recently just got in large vases, so we'll be making larger ones and then this smaller size, which is about 20 inches tall. These things are going to be the types of items we recommend for decorating. Like this one was $53, so it's going to be $10 or $12 off of that price. The angel breath design, it's called, and then this is the headstone design example. We'll make more on sale. Patriotic aren't on sale, but we're doing patriotic side by side with the colored cemetery pieces because we sell equally well for memorial work. And this example, I'll show you how these work if you've never seen these before, so that when you see them popping into the online store, when I'm not here to tell you about it, you'll know what happens with them. This was only $104 to start with anyway, which is good for a memorial saddle. This is the stars and stripes. And Kate, this is the angel breath.
I'm just dropping a link to all
of them.
All
of it? Okay.
Yeah, because they're right at the top. The purple one's ready to go.
So if this was your headstone, this is how it clips on. So you can definitely see how the little clips go. You're going to pop the clips on when you get this in the shipment. And I just want to show you that so that it's clear what we're selling, how it works. You want to press it all the way down on the top of the headstone, just like this. It will clip on even angled stones, like one of them that we decorate. The stone has an angled side. I clip it on and it stays. It doesn't seem to slide off. Of course, they're very slippery. And the expansion of the plastic clip is, no one's ever told me it doesn't fit on their headstone. I mean, it's a firm clip, and it might make you nervous to pop open these plastic pieces. But here, if I pull it off, you can see how much it snaps. Yeah,
Makes
it's
me
a little
nervous every
nerve-wracking,
time.
but they are flexible plastic, and that's
Yes.
meant. You don't get super aggressive and yank it, but it will go on.
Connie says they work great. She used one last year. You can do little like felt pads if you don't want to scratch the stone.
The felt pads don't go. You could put them on the stone, but we only get 2 per. I think it's meant to go on the top of the tray.
No, I know. I'm saying if you wanted, if you were worried about it, you could put little felt
They're
pads
supposed
on
to
your
come
stone.
with felt pads. We need to make sure they get stuck on there. So then don't put it on with a gap like that. Push it all the way down so that the wind doesn't get under it.
Yeah.
That is the advice.
They stay on there.
That's called the memorial saddle. So when you're looking at the memorial, we'll be adding to those today all day. It's getting done. But I need to write myself a note to tell them to put the felt tabs on these because I don't know where
You got
they
a note
went.
for yourself? Okay.
Felt tabs on
Notepads
saddles.
are full.
Yeah, we're just scribbling notes every time we do a live.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how that goes.
Hello,
I'll just
everyone.
leave
Hope
that
you had
here.
a nice, relaxing weekend. Did you get anything done this weekend? It was windy here.
It was. And I also have a bunch of these, guys. This is the one Kate's telling me is sold out.
I fixed it.
You fixed it?
Yep.
Okay.
I already fixed it.
And this is another
I
one.
moved
This
it
is
from
the
the store here.
size. I just brought it. That's why I'm confused.
Well, you never transferred it. You can't just bring it.
Oh, no, she had the whole transfer. Is this one showing up? She said she received lavender in spring.
It wasn't on a transfer, is what I'm saying. It was just set back there. Yeah, that one's here.
Cherish Memorial Wreath. We're going to get our act together this Monday while
Oh,
you're
man.
you're
It's a
hanging out
Monday.
while we're getting ourselves organized. What is where is the question. So these little smallies, they're 19 inches. Usually door wreaths are like 24. These are a little bit smaller. And Kate will be putting on the 22-inch easels that go with these.
They're 24, I think.
24-inch easels. So then you wire it to a 24-inch easel. That's $9.50. And this can go into the ground also for memorial work. Now, you're welcome to buy these for your house if you want to, but we try to keep the cost down. This was regularly $82. It's 25% off. This one was also the same price. And we're trying to make them fit small easels so that you can have something lower profile so that the wind doesn't catch it.
Yeah. Hi, Brenda. Susan.
those were
She had a
transferred.
virus. That's no fun. Linda. Hello. Happy Monday to you. Renee was having fun this weekend with our prize Plinko.
Did you have fun this weekend? This one,
Hey,
by the way,
Karen.
is the Fresh Day.
Fresh Day. And all of these are in the link that is pinned. You can just go to Floral Designs on our website and you'll see all of them right at the top there.
I'll just leave them sit here to remind me to tell you about them at the very end if we have time. And I better get to designing.
Yes, so live design day. If you want to order these pieces, just send us a message or an email to sales@magnoliasonline.com. These are made to order while supplies last. So if one of the florals or containers sells out, then they're gone. But
Right.
we can always create something custom. That is the beauty of our store. We've been in business for about 30 years. We've been around. We know a thing or two. It's like the state, what is it?
It's like a State Farm.
We know
a thing or two because we've done a thing or two. That's pretty funny.
I love that commercial.
So they have good commercials.
That actor is
don't
like
they?
perfect for that.
He is.
Oh, fun.
So-
Holly said my daughter Christy bought her first order on Saturday. She wanted everything.
Oh, funny. Thank you for spreading the word. Hey, we love
Yeah.
referrals. Is there any bonuses for referrals these days? How does that
I
work?
think there's one in the Pedal Points program, actually.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
If you refer a friend.
Yes.
I am going to place this gorgeous UV Springerei fern. It's drapey, doesn't have any wire in it, but we're going to use the design bowl for outdoor purposes. There is a gap between the foam being glued in and the bottom of the pot so that water could run through. It is kind of heavy, but not super heavy. You could drop some large, like river rock in here. You can see it's quite deep. There's a lot of space. You could drop some river rock in to help add weight to it. But if you were to put sand in, because I drilled holes, it would run through. So just use something larger that is heavier. And then we're also going to use in 2 of our designs today. Oh, I didn't add that bowl up. I don't know if you want to add it while I'm...
I can add it while you're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to use UV protected succulents. Now this is the first year that we've actually had access to the UV succulents. They haven't coated them in years past. So I was excited to get those because it's the first time I've had them. And this is one of them. This is called the UV protected agave plant. It's $19.50. So they're going to charge more for coated products, but look how cool that looks in there. It's a big bowl, and I wanted to make it low profile and just big and chunky and mix flowers with the succulents in this design. We're also going to use these protea. So the protea are inexpensive. I think they're about $4.50 a stem. They are not claiming to be UV protected, but they are just straightforward plastic. And I feel like they're going to be fine outside. I mean, they're plastic, so nothing can happen to them. The worst that can happen is anything over time will fade. But for the moment, they're low priced and they look good because they're tropical and they're inexpensive.
They look great in planters. I've never thought about putting those in planters.
Yeah, we need to show them because for a tropical vibe, I don't know anything more tropical than a protea, to be honest. Truly is a tropical stem. So that's how the taller we're going to make this little baby. Just that high. And then we're just going to keep layering stuff. Now, if you've noticed, I've not put any moss in here. I have given up putting moss in most outdoor things. We use some moss on this headstone topper to keep the wire from cutting through the foam, but we don't completely coat it. And I noticed when you do moss, it will be the birds that take it all for their nests. So it just gets pulled out of there, or it can get mildewy in really humid climates. I don't think mildewy moss is helpful at all. So I just kind of left it out.
Oh, good. Jamie bought that UV spray we mentioned. She's going to try that out. The agave is outstanding, Nancy said.
These are UV protected also, and so is this clematis. So only this one, I checked the other single stems. They aren't UV protected, but with this product, oh, I don't have a can here to show you.
No, we don't. You sprayed mine, didn't you?
I did. I sprayed one of Kate's designs and not the other. So we're still testing out our products to try to decide if the spray is going to dramatically increase the life of your silk flowers. It's a Krylon branded product that is made for UV floral protection. It actually is called that. UV floral protect, I think, is the title of it.
That wind is so loud.
Yeah, you can about hear the wind whistling.
I'm sure they can, yeah.
And that door sounds like a blizzard out there right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm going to just use, look at this stringy glue. What is happening? Some days the glue is stringier than others.
I would love to find a real clematis that color.
Oh, maybe you can. I was going to make some cuttings of mine.
I want a cutting of Leah's. I don't remember what it looked like, but I remember last year I was like, that's the one I want. Can you propagate a clematis?
Yeah, I was just watching videos. You just make a little cutting and you put some rooting powder on it and away it goes. So apparently it's super easy. Why spend money?
Yeah,
just go find one you like and cut a chunk
I bought one from Menards because it was there. It was really cheap. And I thought, well, if I kill this, I won't feel bad about it.
Did you kill it?
No, I just got it.
Oh,
relax.
So
I'm going to plant it next to my wisteria because they're apparently good growing together. So we'll see. But I would take a cutting from Leah's. Do you feel the flower arrangement in the green liner that you put in the ground with the metal stake would fit a cemetery vase without the stake? Usually we just do the drop-in, Brenda, and wrap it in plastic wrap because it's pretty big.
I would say no as a liner. Some people bring me liners that they find that fit the cemetery vases, but I've seen so many sizes of cemetery vases. There is no uniformity. It depends on who is crafting that cemetery piece, I would say you'd have to measure. We can get you the dimensions of this one.
Well, it's our Brenda, so she could just grab it
Oh,
and check.
hi, Brenda.
Yeah.
I would say no.
Probably not.
It's so hard. Those vases, I've seen little dinky, short, squatty, wide ones. Like, what? Nothing stays in there.
Do you know the name of that draping plant?
Springeray?
Is it a springeray?
Mm-hmm. It's a springeray. Springeray. It's a fun thing to say. And we're cutting the begonia up.
The UV Protect Springeray Hanging Bush, $22.
And this bush in plastic, I just liked the fact that it's going to trail out over the sides of this bowl and give us a really neat little drapey effect here.
The can on the mantle, Gloria, is our Silk Renew. That is our
this is
cleaner.
for cleaning. I just wanted to bring it up because we gave away a lot of these over the Plinko episode. If you won, you might have won. What was this prize? A gold prize, and we're giving it away. It's a $14.50 value. This can is aerosol, and I have a demo can right here.
And someone asked if you can use it on
is my demo
UV
can.
items. Yes, you can use it on any silk flowers.
So when you spray it on something, it will be wet. Can you see my hands wet? It's alcohol based, and it will evaporate. And when it evaporates, it is not oily, coating, or greasy. There's nothing that it's leaving on the surface, so it's not going to attract dust. And that's why we sell it for the last 20 years, literally. We've been selling that stuff. You can use it for your silk plants and trees and dried flowers.
Yes.
If you happen to have any dried pampas grass, you could use it on that.
That's great.
Hopefully this is drawing somebody's eye. So that's why I put it there. I wanted to remind you, it's spring cleaning time.
Yes. Hello, Sharon. Oh, what are we doing for Easter, she wonders?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We
At
make
our
a lot of
house?
food. Usually I have a few.
We're having an Easter egg hunt at the store.
Yes, we are. Oh, yeah. Is Easter this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Nobody's ready and it's late.
Holy cow.
We don't even have, we don't know if we're traveling to go to Easter or having it at home yet.
No idea. Wow. I kind of thought I had another weekend.
No. Now
Oh, my
we have
goodness.
to make a decision of who's cooking.
That's crazy.
We're kind of worked up about other things that we're planning, and nobody's planning Easter.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, and I've been gone too, so I haven't really been. I feel like just this Sunday, I felt like I kind of got back to normal.
Yeah. Well, I have a ham. I mean, where are we cooking it? I don't know, but I have a ham. That's the update.
That's funny. Jamie said I've used that cleaner for years. I love it.
Me too.
Judy's loving the color combo. Hi, Janet. Christy's wondering how our tulips are doing. She went to the Orange City Tulip Festival last spring and ordered tulips from the Netherlands, and they shipped them in the fall. Hers are all up. Mine were struggling because the bunnies were eating them.
Hers
But
got eaten
just today, I
on
have
my
a
watch.
beautiful magenta tulip coming out.
I do too.
I have some iris, and I have some crocus.
I have a hyacinth this color and a tulip this color.
I don't have any
that are
hyacinth.
blooming.
They must have just eaten all of them. Little stinkers.
They probably did.
I put cayenne pepper on them, and that worked like a charm.
The cayenne pepper? Oh,
Yes.
see, it happened on my watch. I should have made sure.
She should have made
Here's
sure,
the-
you guys.
Here's the color of mine at home.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
You can bring me one.
I don't want to cut it off. I should
a
have
hard time
planted
cutting them,
them
too.
like denser together. Now that I
Yes.
see them, and I thought I put a lot of bulbs in one spot, they must really pack them in when they decorate the
they
gardens.
do.
Because I thought mine would be pretty thick, and they're okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna plant some phlox around it, so it's just kind of ground cover and creeping Jenny. So I'm just gonna have like some ground cover around it that it can come up through. So that should be nice. Annette asked, does the headstone piece have to be on flat, straight stone? My husband's slightly curved, natural rough stone on the top. No, you can put it on curved. My grandma Jackie's is curved, like oval shaped, and we put it on the
We
curved.
put
so
it
it's
on
totally
the
fine.
curve, and it sits angled, and it
Yes.
still clamps on. We also have somebody that has a heart one, and they put it on the top of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been redesigning, like every year, if you want it refreshed, we can take out and replace parts and pieces of it.
Yeah.
But for those of you that are buying it that we would need to ship it to,
You probably just have to ship back the headstone.
I know, you'd have to ship back the clip.
It's probably cheaper, honestly, to just buy a new thing altogether than to ship it to us. But
or you can maybe modify it yourself if you're a DIYer.
The Dana, hello. The green spiky plant is a UV protected agave. Isn't that fun? Oh, good. Thank you, Kathy. She said we can come to her house. She's having turkey and ham.
And ham, wow.
Easter done.
Okay, you got both. That sounds great.
I know we always go to Jordan's grandparents for lunch, so that will be easy to get done. You have a clematis strand that you can glue in up front there. There you go.
Oh, they're falling all over. We can just use these to fill in the hole. It's pretty full. I'm not really experiencing holes here.
Oh my gosh, Renee has the Easter tree out, and she has the eggs out. 240 eggs for the kids to find.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Like the plastic ones must be.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I saw the coolest thing yesterday on, I don't know where it was, Instagram probably. An influencer was making bougie Easter eggs, and she was using tissue. The egg was wet, and she laid tissue that was printed.
Oh,
and then the color came off the tissue onto her egg.
That's kind of like decoupage.
Yes, only she didn't actually. She only used the ink.
You can do that with nails, you know. You can put tissue paper, like you do a clear coat, and you put tissue, and then you like.
Really?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Hi,
well, I don't do my nails, so I don't know about these things.
Hello. I was really hoping to get some gardening done this weekend, but yeah, it was just.
It's full.
Wow.
You really can't see into it, so it's got enough going on.
What a cool table piece.
This is what I'm thinking. It's just like add your weight to it and it won't go anywhere. It's already a somewhat heavier plastic than all of the porch pots that we use. This is that thicker, I don't know what they make it out of. It looks like faux stone. It's some kind of a blend of plastic that has more weight than most plastic pots because the thickness it's like 1/4 of an inch thick on the edges, so that's why. But all of the products in here are UV protected except for the 2 proteas in the top. They're inexpensive. If they start going downhill, we can pull them and put something else in, but that's why I did it.
That is so neat.
I didn't name it. It's the outdoor UV planter so far. It doesn't have a fancy name.
What's a Hawaiian name? Because I feel like it's quite tropical.
A Hawaiian name?
Yeah.
Well, Molokai is hard to spell. We
Is
need
there
another
an
Hawaiian
easier?
name.
Oh my gosh.
Like their national fish is the huma huma kuma pala wawa tapa papa
Oh
something.
yes, I have heard of that.
I can't even tell you.
You could make this as like a drop-in version, but when it's so wide, they can fly out. So that's why we
How would you
glue
keep it in?
That's
right.
That's why we glue them in rather than changing the
I
insert
could,
seasonally.
but you have a big
chunk of glue on your hand. It's driving me crazy.
And this one, by the way, is $165, and then it's going to be on sale. So, do you have a sale?
Can you have the? Can I have your phone? Are you going to
phone?
calculate it? Stephanie said she's moving to Arizona the day after Easter. Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
0.75.
Ooh, you're going to have some warm weather this summer.
124. Yeah, you're going to move to Arizona right before the cooking season. $124 is what this baby is.
Oh, wow.
On sale. So it is a fun planter for somebody.
Okay, Aloha Sunrise. I like it.
I like it.
Aloha
okay,
Sunrise.
writing it down.
Centerpiece. And this can be used out. Oh, Lanai Beauty. Have we used Lanai?
That's good too. No. Lanai. Lanai.
We don't have anything named Aloha either.
We'll come back to that one. Let's do another one.
So that is stunning. Outdoor safe.
This one's really heavy.
You have 2 things in there though.
Okay. More UV succulents.
Oh, fun. Marilyn ordered golden eggs and filled them with $10 bills for my great-grands. Each gets one. And then we have a hunt with eggs filled with candy. I know. I hope the weather's nice. I really hope. You know what I was thinking?
I don't know what the forecast is.
I don't know if I can pull it off in a short time, but I think it'd be fun to do an adult Easter egg hunt. And you could have, like, little shooters or...
adult Easter egg baskets?
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I want to.
I don't know what you'd put in the eggs.
Well, candy.
Well,
adults still want candy.
Yeah, I guess true.
And shooters don't fit in eggs unless they're really big eggs. This is 2 choices here.
I was going to go with the bigger one, but I wanted to show
I wanted to show these. These are these new redware planters. They are terracotta, but they're super rustic terracotta. These come with their own drain holes. They are Crusty. That's the best way to describe them.
Stop calling things crusty, Mom. It's terrible salesmanship.
Okay, but people like rustic. It's very rustic.
It's crusty.
There we go. We're going to use this really big one.
The giant one is $39.
There's no tag on it, so that's good.
Yeah, it's $39 if you want to write that. Do you have a sheet, or can I have a sheet?
Yes. So then I need to give you tags.
Yes.
I'll
just make
drop them over here.
make a thing of tags, and I'll.
First, let me get the foam glued in. Where did we put that styrofoam that we brought out?
So the container is $39. It's an antiqued white stone big bowl, it's called.
That's what, white stone.
Yeah, and they go all the way down to 5.5 inches. So we have a few different sizes. So you can use that. Oh, scratch tickets. That's a good idea, Louise.
Ooh, scratch tickets for adults. Yeah,
that's
those
a
are
good
fun.
idea. I think we should do this, Mom. I think we should make an adult Easter egg hunt, because there's only 2 kids now, and the rest of us are
Adults.
pretty much of drinking age.
These are $5.50 a brick. If you want $5.50 or $5.
$5, I think.
If you want high quality design foam, this is the only brand I buy, and no one else seems to sell it.
Shane said, I kept hearing sirens, and I realized it's your wind.
It's the wind.
The wind is crazy.
It sounds like a siren, you're right.
It's been windy for the last 3 days. It's
Obviously, the door has issues.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's the door. Today, the wind must be in the right direction.
Yes.
Because usually, I don't hear it, so it must be straight from the west?
I have no idea.
That's unusual.
I don't try to think that hard. Stephanie moved back to Missouri 11 months ago, and we really missed it so much. You're moving back. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a long way to move, too.
I
Linda,
see.
yes, we have tried the UV silk spray. Specifically, we sprayed it on my flowers up front. We sprayed it on 1 of 2 of my porch pots. So we'll let you know at the end of the season how it works.
That's the only way the test is going to work.
Yes.
It has to be the whole season.
Yes, pretty much.
I've sprayed
Nothing
mine
bled, though,
also.
did it? The colors didn't bleed?
No, the colors didn't bleed. That was critical. This I know is 1950.
Christine said, I love crusty planters.
Good, thank you. In my defense. This is the best way to describe
I
it.
do need a planter, maybe in that smaller size for my end table. Outside.
Oh, yeah, and yours gets lots of wind back there.
It gets terrible.
I'm
My
gonna use
entire
some
love
of
seat
this.
blew over, and it took a pot of dirt with it. So I'm like, great, I have to go pick that up.
That's annoying.
Can you put the clematis garland outside around my mailbox, or the weather ruin it? Clematis garland, I don't think that
it's
one's
not a
UV
UV,
coated.
but you could spray it or you could put it out because the weather is just going to fade it.
Yeah.
It isn't going to fall apart, I don't think, unless your
Well,
wind is
wind.
horrendous.
Yeah.
Sometimes things with tiny little flowers on them fall apart more easily than big floral items. So that is a possibility. This is going to be all UV product except for
The one succulent.
this if we use it.
Yeah.
And what was purple that I was going to put in here that
Oh,
we talked
there's
about?
a clematis under you. I have
Oh,
no idea.
and that's not UV either, but it would
No.
look really good in there.
Is there anything over here you like?
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's a
clematis,
noisy day today.
but the only one that's claiming to be UV is the one that I just used.
bush,
This one
yeah.
isn't coated. Okay, well, let's see if we
Yeah, I like the idea of scratchers because those are cheap.
need it. This is especially fun, the fish hook.
The fish hook.
Fish hook.
The fish hook is
Succulent?
awesome.
I think I'm
Okay,
gonna
so you're
need
using
2.
fish hook first. I might just look up the prices here, Mom,
You wanna do
on
that?
the website. Yeah.
Oh, I already put all the tags over here.
Oh, that's also fine.
But
But
we got-
sometimes it might be easier for me to find it here. The fish
Okay.
hook is $6.50,
So this is $6.50.
and you're using 2.
Using 2, 1 on each side. It's pretty drapey. It has no wire in it. It just wants to hang there, and that's a good thing. And then these 2 UV succulents are the big doozy ones that we specifically ordered to do this job. This one's $19.50.
Yep, the agave is $19.50, and the aneum is $22.
Aneum. I don't know if that's how you say it. Aeonium.
Aeonium?
I was gonna say aeonium.
I don't know.
How much again? 22.
I'm not the master floral designer here. Yeah, 22.
I don't think I needed to know the names of succulents to be
Probably
certified.
Uh-oh, are you going to get it down all the way?
Getting it in
Do
there.
you want help?
I got it. It's
Okay.
in there.
That's
gonna wrestle with
it. Like, you good?
I'm wrestling with it. We're just gonna
I love this planter.
do a quadrant. So if you want one of these, just like everything I'm making today is all going to be custom ordered. It won't appear online until we are able to find we can make more after all the special requests are fulfilled. Then, whoops, sorry, then we do that. Okay, let's sink these all the way down to the leaves to help cover the foam. This is the Coleus, UV Protect Coleus. It's not a very big bush,
yeah,
so
it's good though.
it does the job for little short fillers.
And that bush is $8.50, and you're using a whole bush, correct?
I am.
Okay.
I am going to use all of it up.
I like it because it's kind of variegated, but it's just good filler.
We're going to lay it out instead of making it stand straight up. We're going to lay it out. And what do I got? 5 pieces.
And you'll be able, everything in here is UV, so this is a great piece for your patio table.
This one won't go anywhere. It will not need weight.
It's very heavy.
This one may or may not need weight.
I would put weight
This
in it.
won't.
At my house, it would need weight because my house gets a lot of wind.
But there's so much space in there. If you have some river rock in your landscaping, you can just rob some of that and drop them in there. That would fix the problem. Okay, I'm liking the concept here. And notice I had not filled the vase with foam. It isn't really necessary to completely make it solid. As long as your stem length can reach, it will save you money to not fill that foam solid in there.
Carol said the different textures and subtle colors are wonderful.
That's what I'm liking. So then I think I've got 2 different kinds of ferns. Which one am I going to like better?
The UV Protect fern is $4.50, and the leather fern is also $4.50. So same price.
Which one's leather?
Kind of like the one in your left
This
hand.
is the leather fern?
Yeah.
And this is just called a fern?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's start
Same
with
price.
this one and see how full it gets. And we did have 2 blocks of foam, if you got that.
I did get that,
Okay.
yep.
So if I cut these little guys off, I won't have very long stems. So I'm going to take 2 of the stems off to tuck into gaps, and I'm going to put this big piece in to a bigger hole that I see over here, because that fills in nicely. And
Ferns are great with succulent pots just because they give you, succulents are very expensive, so it's nice to have
this one
ferns
too.
to kind of balance out that price.
So I'm going to do the same
Use
thing
that
with
one
this
too?
one, is cut off a little bit, 2 pieces of it, and leave the other 3. Each of these have 5 tips. So let's do this one right over here where it needs to stand up and have height, and then the other ones are going to sink in there and be filling. Wow. I haven't made one of these this year, so this is kind of a fun thing to do today.
Yeah, it is.
And did any of you watch my video over the weekend of me planting plants at my house? Faux plants.
Working on your patio?
I worked on my patio. Kate, you'll be proud if you didn't notice. I made a video while I worked on my patio
Way to go.
so that I could post it so that you guys would have some ideas, just sharing a couple of tips as I was designing my outside planters. That was yesterday on VIP and on the regular page, which worked out well. If we put this in here, it would be the only non-UV thing, but I really feel like it needs the texture. So let's see if I can put him right over here. Which side? Right up there. So if you can find that guy. He's got slight purple to him. And I could hit this stuff with spray, but I don't have it with me today. It's at my house from using it yesterday.
And so that succulent, I need to figure out how much that one is.
Do you want me to hand it to you? He says finger jade. That should
Finger
work.
jade? Oh, yeah.
Finger jade. Oh, it's almost full. Man, that glue is stringy, and I can't get it any hotter. It's stringing terrible. So we're going to need a little bit more filler. because you probably can't see it, but there's a gap underneath this agave. So it's just going to be greens, which is kind of nice.
I like it though.
Just green. Okay, we're going to cut.
Oh, they're glad that you finally posted the chocolate cake recipe.
Oh, I did. If you missed it, I posted the chocolate cake.
Yes, they all saw it.
Hopefully you can print it somehow. It's a picture, so if you right-click and save it, you can print it. I didn't try to see if it pixelated it. But the somebody said that's the same exact recipe her mom used to make.
Wow.
So I'm sure it's not exclusive. I mean, it's an old-fashioned recipe. It called for Crisco. I don't use Crisco or cooking oil, and those are the two ingredients in the frosting and the cake. So for both of them, I just substitute coconut oil, because that's the only oil I would, and it worked fine. I think it actually gave good flavor. Nobody rejected it at our house.
No, it was good.
The coconut flavor.
I didn't even notice the difference.
From the coconut oil, I can taste it, and I like that little taste. Okay, now
so the recipe barb is in Magnolias VIP Facebook group.
Not in the regular page, it's in the VIP.
So do you add
got
anything
it.
else?
I just used, so we ended up with 2 of these ferns instead of 1.
2 of those and the leather fern, right?
Yes, so that was 3 little bitty ferns cut apart to fill the bowl. And this is the large bowl, so I forgot to measure the other one. This gets big. There's 2 of these little fishhook sprays, and all of this product is pretty decently stocked in the online store. I was checking before I was using it to make sure we weren't grabbing things that were gone.
Well, it's everyday items, which we try to keep stocked up on.
So the diameter of the bowl, the bowl itself is a 14-inch diameter bowl, and now the design is like 18 across. And
can I borrow your phone to add this up? It's just
yeah, 18 across, and it's about 12 inches tall. There we go. So you can see the design. Look at that. She's adding it up. We would, if you're putting this on your patio table, you might want to add some felt dots, like chair pad tips to this baby, so it doesn't scratch the top of whatever table you put it on, because it does not come with tips, and it's a terracotta bowl in a white colored, white stone they call it. It's kind of like a white clay. I don't know what they're making this out of, but it is heavy, so it certainly won't be rolling off or blowing off.
Right.
And then everything in here is UV except for this finger jade guy.
But I think it'll be fine.
And you have a, really this will last all summer. If you wanted to decorate it for patriotic season, you could put a couple little flags in here or some patriotic ornaments added in, or a couple loops and tails of flag print ribbon to dress it up if you're having a party, and then just pull them out after the party. So that would work too. I like these big things. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Well, we took this box out, and if you add one more thing, I don't know how much one frog is, but I really wanted to put a frog in here. These guys.
Let's see. Frog. Is it the small or the big?
This is small. So there's 6 in a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a box. And I was just going to glue him onto one of the succulents. He's a plastic.
Oh, they're less than $4 a piece.
Plastic outdoor frog. Maybe I should put him on his own stick.
So it's $168.50 is the total.
$168.50. It's
Yep.
the same price as this $165. That's
Yeah.
funny. Virtually the same price.
Well, they're both big planters. Yes, Carol, it does have a hole in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we got it. I found a spot for him.
So $165.50. It's a regular price item. It is outdoor safe. I'll put that on here. With
I like
mostly UV protect items.
Can you see him? You'll have to see if people notice him.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
That's what they were doing in the showroom where they sell the frogs.
They were putting them on the sides of the planters
putting them,
too.
yeah, they were everywhere, and they were epoxying them to the planter itself.
Like they were climbing up.
Here, they were climbing the side of the pot.
Which we certainly can add another. They're less than $4 a piece, so if you wanted to add.
I think it won't stay on the side of the pot with this glue. I think you'd have to use like
super glue.
or you have to use some kind of
We need a
epoxy.
name for it. We need
Funny.
a name for it, but it is going to be $168.50.
There he
Can you
is.
measure everything for
Yes.
this outdoor pot?
Again, I had as 18 by 12 actually.
18
I
by
already did.
12.
Yep, 18 by 12. Fun design. I am all about it. I like these outdoor things. Okay, I have one more idea for outdoor use. We're talking about geraniums. So there's good news and bad news about geraniums today. Did you know that, Kate?
I did not know that. Well, I know some things are sold out.
I know. We've sold out of the hot pink draping long geranium, which in combination with the things in the wall basket. Do we have any wall baskets that are not sold out that I could show?
In here?
As an
Like in
example?
general, or what do you mean?
Our big designed geranium wall baskets.
No, I don't have any.
Because the geranium wall baskets are going gangbusters. We might not even have any left to sell. I don't know what the verdict is today. So with that, I'm going to make a replacement for the wall baskets since they are going to be gone. And we bought the wall baskets from a place we cannot reorder more. So those are gone, and I'm going to have this design idea that's going to incorporate a geranium on a wreath made to hang like a wall basket. That's my plan. So a little bit about geraniums before we move forward. I'm going to put a hanger on this. Geraniums are a bigger variety this year than ever before because we now have two sources for outdoor geraniums. And we bought both styles this year, if you didn't notice. Our styles have been the traditional one that we've been carrying.
Really quick, before you get too far,
Yep.
we're going to call this the Green Goddess, by the way.
Oh, that's a good title.
So the Green Goddess planter.
The one I just made.
It is shippable. If you would like one, send us a message or an email. I'll put our email again in the comments. It's just sales@magnoliasonline.com. And that way we can get that made for you. It's a frog's life.
It's a frog's life. That's a good
funny.
one.
Okay, so Green Goddess planter, $168.50.
Right.
Let us know if you would like one.
So back to the geranium thing. So our original geraniums are velvety, and they have fabric leaves that are uncoated and dusty looking, which is a kind of a realistic look to it. And can you tell that that's a velvet? Can you hold both of these while I wire this hanger? And then this year's version has a glossed over leaf that doesn't have a dusty texture to it, and the petals are fabric but not velvety fabric.
So this is Real Touch, which is the short, and this is the OG, I like to say, the original red velvet texture, UV protected, UV protected. So both are UV protected. One is just a velvety finish, and one is a Real Touch finish, which is stated in the product titles.
Yes, so that you are up to speed on what style you want to order. The Real Touch is the new style. So that's the difference. I have still got red geraniums available. The most limited item right now is the hot pink, FYI. Okay, I've just twisted a hanger. And the basket we put it in was so cool. So, and I haven't tried this idea, so hopefully this is going to work. I'm just going to pretend like this wreath is going to function like a wall basket. And we're going to make all of this stuff drape out of the bottom just like we would be putting in a wall basket, only using the wreath structure instead. And I think I am going to wire it down to make sure it stays put. And maybe later, unless this cuts easier than I think, I will cut this off. No, I can do it. Good. It's a thick stem. There. So I'm just going to hang my draping one right into the wreath out of the bottom, and we're going to start building on this as if it's a hanging basket. So that's my next idea for the team, because I looked at the local hardware or the local box store. I don't see a basket that looks even remotely close. In fact, they had no wall baskets, so that's not helping anybody.
That's probably why they were so popular, because it's unique.
I don't know, maybe. And we don't have a Lowe's or Home Depot. I haven't taken the time to see if I should try to order them. I feel like I'm just going to use what I have. I have wreaths.
Yep. Oh, Jamie used the hot pink in her porch pot. She
Did you love
loves it.
I put one outside too. So if you missed it, that's what I was doing yesterday. I was planting up some of my pots. I saved one to do live. We're trying to do a live from my patio to show you the new patio things.
If it's windy, I don't know how.
I know. My husband tells me it's going to be windy every day.
We'll see. Kathy, yeah, these are all for sale. So they're made to order, I guess. So you just, same old, live design Monday. Every time we design on Monday, they are made to order. So you just send us a Facebook message or an email, and we will make you one. We'll send you an invoice when it's ready. That's how we make sure we don't oversell flowers, because we're getting a little low on things.
Well, the geraniums we know are always sold out every year. It's just a matter of which one gets sold out first. So we sold out of the trailing hot pink one. We have red and white, by the way. There is white. So if you like this idea, you could buy the white geranium that trails and blend in a short bush, this size of bush, in the hot pink to make a combo of both white with hot pink. I'm going to use just one bush today in the large size. I think they are $56.50 regular price. And if you want to buy these items, this component is part of our 25% off sale.
I'm going to drop a link to all geraniums. I think all the hot pink is sold out, isn't it? Or do we have short?
No, I think we still have shorts, but that'll be the next one to sell out.
Yeah.
And then there is a variegated pink.
Oh, it says sold out online.
Does
so if we do have any, it's just at the store.
Oh, the short ones? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Okay, write that down.
Did you ever do my hot tub planter? I was going to put
no,
hot
it's
pink
in a
my
box
hot tub
here.
Planter. Crazy how
I better
fast
check that
sells.
box. And then the second thing we're putting in, Kate, is the asparagus fern hanging.
Am I adding this up?
Yes, this one I didn't get to.
I didn't know that. You didn't say that.
Do your job, Kate. Do your job.
I didn't hear you say it needs to be added. I actually don't know if you did say that. But
I
maybe
don't
I'm
think
crazy.
I said anything. I just didn't get this far.
Okay.
This is an idea I have not tried.
So, geranium and asparagus. Okay. I'll just make a new paper here.
And then the wreath.
Glad I caught on.
Yeah, the wreath is $8.
So, yeah, I think the hot pink is sold out. I can check if we have any at the store, and maybe Kayla could grab them today to get them online.
Well, that would be something. So now I'm going to try to, I should have wired both of these at the same time, and I didn't. So for the instructional for the gals, I will put this one in. I think it all needs to be wired.
Mom?
$8.
Thank you. $8?
Yeah, the base. So then the fern, the asparagus fern, is also UV protected. And it will need a lot of shaping.
That's a $16 bush.
Okay. And it comes so flat. If you are doing things yourself, when you get this little fern, you've got to crimp all of these little fronds because they stack and they're flat and they just look so flat until you give them like lots of kinks. Then they will look fuller and more realistic. Otherwise they lay too flat to be real.
It does say the store has some, Jamie. How many do you want? Maybe I'll have Kayla work on that today. No one's at the store, so I will have to have her go get them. But I think she might just need to go grab all of the rest of them and bring them here because there's only 10.
Oh, we're going to be out then today. You guys are it. You're the ones who get to buy the rest of the hot pink. Do we even have a sample in here? We don't.
No, because they're gone.
I got nothing to show you.
We sold 12 yesterday, I think, so that's why.
Well, it's time to do your planters if you want to try them out. They are an amazing, amazing look. People really think they're real, and sometimes people say that their husbands like watered their geranium.
Or the neighbors water them when you're gone.
So it's got the illusion of a hanging basket going here. So in order to make it look even better, we're going to put in half of this bush. This is the UV Protect large ivy this year. Is it maybe called the garden ivy? And he's got the biggest leaves.
You're using half of it?
Yes. We're going to use these 2 pieces. And we're going to use 2 tips.
Okay. And are you using that poppy?
And I believe I'm going to use the poppy. Yeah. Okay, we're going to fan one of these out each side. And I'm gluing really well with a glob of glue to make sure nothing here is going to get pulled out with the wind. Oh yeah, doesn't that just look cool? It's coming along. I think I'll put these poppies in too. So I don't know how much this will add up to, but it will.
Oh, good, Jamie. I see your order.
Look
I'm going
awesome.
to have add a note to your order so that way it doesn't get shipped out with adding the 3 more hot pink geraniums. And yes, I can do that. That is no problem. Tracy got the hot pink wall planter. I love it, she says.
Oh, you got one. Okay.
Kim says you're the best fluffer.
Yes, these are the
Shape.
tips. These are the tips. You got to have all the
Wow,
tricks to
that
get
looks
that
pretty.
done. So
I
we're
think
just
you
gonna
could
put-
add a little patriotic bow to that
Oh, you
just for a
can.
short period of time to have
And you could put it on the top. In fact, you could add any bow and change it seasonally. That's true. Not that red goes for Easter, but there probably would be a fun, like black and white Easter bow, maybe. Would be fun to do. Okay, get this glued in here. There we go. I'm glad you can't see the glue strings because they're horrendous today. Look at that. Does it even need the poppies? Maybe we should quit while we're ahead.
I think it couldn't hurt.
The contrast of the poppies is definitely a given. If I nestle one each direction. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
I like cottage wreath. That's a fun idea.
Cottage wreath. Okay, the poppies are not expensive. I think they're on sale for like $5 a stem now.
Yeah.
So, and we didn't need to use all the ivy.
You're using 2?
Mm-hmm. So basically, that's the plan, Stan. That's all I was going to do is try to emulate how a hanging basket would go.
So, Melanie, the regular UV geraniums have a velvet feel. The Real Touch, if it says Real Touch in the title, it's not velvet.
They're
Sandy
fabric.
wants some hot pink geraniums. Okay, I need to find a spot for another note here. Kathy
Do you want
likes
more
it
paper?
without poppies. And if these are all made to order, so if you want one without poppies, we can make one without poppies.
Or if you want one that is white trailing geraniums, or like all white, for instance. Or we could do it white with red poppies. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I don't have a white in here unless, oh, is that, no, that's a different bush.
The white geranium?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's in that planter behind you on the floor though.
Okay. Yeah, that I like the white personally because, you know, I always think contrast is important.
Okay, I haven't got it hanging on the wall, which is how I would normally shape it, but here's how it looks without me working the way I usually do.
Sandy, how many hot pink geraniums would you like? And Sharon, how many total hot pink geraniums would you like? Deborah loves it with the white poppies. I like the name Cottage Wreath. If that's good with you guys, I think that's a cute name.
Okay, do they need to stand up or fall down? I can't decide what the poppies should be doing. They're all wired, so you can shape them how you want to. I would have to put it up on the wall and stare at it a minute and shape it, but they are in there and they look very full. So this makes a pretty good sized piece, similar to the wall basket. The wall basket was a lot deeper. This one is 26 inches across, and with the wreath. By the way, there's bows in the online store. I don't know which one to recommend exactly, but we do have bows. And it's 40 inches long.
By 40.
Maybe you should say 38, so we're on the conservative
38.
side.
If you are requesting hot pink geraniums, you better tell me exactly how many because I don't want to guess.
Because we're going to be out. Today is it.
Yes. So then Sharon wants one hot pink.
And
one
remember
each.
the size.
You mean just one bush, right, Sharon? You said one each. That's just one bush.
Just to be clear, this is the size we have remaining. We
Correct.
do not have the long one. We've been out of that for a week, but we do have this size that she's. Now it's like an auction.
Yes, it is.
Who's up next? How many do you want?
If I miss you in comments, send a message. We'll make sure we get that done. Or you can add an order note.
Okay,
They were
so
about
then
10.
that is our
Sandy Schmitz
hanging
wants
basket-ish
2.
wreath that we're calling the cottage garden wreath.
Yes, just cottage wreath.
Oh, wait a minute. I have my box of bows.
Okay, there you go.
So I would put this bow on there.
Sandy wants 2. Sharon wants 1 bush. Got it.
So if you want to upgrade your design
wants
with
2.
a bow that's ready to go, that rhymes. We have these bows ready to go that I would recommend. This is the natural tan bow. Hold it on there so you can see how it looks. You could put that on the top. Natural tan bow. You could do the orange and white monarch bow.
Really quick, Mom. Even they say sold out because they're not at our warehouse, but we have some at the store down the street. So that's where I'm going to get them from. So if you would like them, I can either add them to an existing order. If you have an existing order, we just put it in there and we send you an invoice for the difference. Or I can send you an invoice for a new cart, or if you're placing an order today, I can add it to that too. So that's
This
just
is the
fine.
Born Free bow. There's a couple patriotic bows in the online store. I just happen to have the Born Free bow in front of me. Born Free, look at that. Okay, the patriotic wins, of course. That's the best one. But without it, I just feel like it
Yeah, I think the
seems
patriotic's
wall
fun.
baskety. So you can do with or without bows. That's just some options for you. And that one designs up very nicely.
Beautiful. So that wreath, regular price is $138. It is on sale for $103.50. So it's $103. Made to order. It's about 26 inches wide and 38 inches long. So if you would like one of those, do send us a Facebook message or an email. They're made to order, so we'll make one, send you a cart for it, and makes life easy peasy.
There you go. And if you want to recap here really quickly what we made today, if you joined us late, Mondays are live design days. I always try to make flower arrangements on Monday. I don't have a clippy, so that you can ask for them by name. We're going to take messages either through email. You can send an email to sales@magnoliasonline.com, or you can send it to Facebook in a message. This one we're calling the Aloha Sunrise, the outdoor UV protected planter with all UV product in it. Just the proteas, which are plastic, have no claim to fame for UV, but I believe they're going to do fine. And this one is $165 regular price, came out to $124 on sale. So that one is a plastic pot. We're putting drain holes in it for you. You can drop some river rock in it if you need weight. And then we also made the #2 style of patio planter. UV protected all the products in this one except for this little guy here. And you also get a frog, because I think it's fun to put frogs in this thing. So he's in there. That's the Green Goddess planter. Perfect name. $168, so it must come out to be about $130.
That's not on sale, Mom.
Oh, this is not on sale.
It's literally every day.
This is the other one's on sale because it is summer flowers. I forgot. This one is $168. And
So
it is
please send a message if you'd like to order. Connie does the order notes for us there. So send us a message or an email is totally fine, because comments get buried. I just don't want to miss anyone.
Exactly. So those are the 2 pieces today for planters. And then, of course, this big guy up here, which is going to come out on sale for $103, it looks like. Traily and beautiful, kind of wall baskety. And that's because wall baskets are sold out. There are some hanging baskets in the online store that are red geraniums with trailing geraniums that are gorgeous. And then we are also increasing, if you didn't join us right away, we're making more of our memorial stone toppers, the headstone toppers. Here it is clipped to a planter so that you can see how it clips. That tray and the plastic clips you snap onto it will sit atop every headstone we've ever heard of. So those are going to run, they're all over 100.
I don't think you've ever had a headstone that it doesn't fit on.
No. I did have one person break them. They said they deliberately pulled too hard. They were sure.
Oh.
Like, okay. Well, they shouldn't break. We've been using some in the family, recycling them for a few years.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is what you'll find in new arrivals. Watch the new arrivals, because the gals are designing as fast as they can. But the weekend was a little crazy over the weekend.
Yes.
The Plinko game and all the things, everybody was shopping. So.
Right.
Thank you for joining us today. We're going to do a lot of fun things this week. If you know, Tuesday nights live at 5 is a time slot, and then the rest of the days of the week at noon Central. The lineup is pretty fun. So
Yes.
one of these days will be on my patio. You'll have to tune in and see.
Absolutely. Hey, Jamie, send us a Facebook message because the frogs come in sets. So I'll reply back if you can send us a message. So.
There you go.
Okay,
Froggy frogs.
cool. Well,
Thanks,
happy Monday,
everybody.
everyone. Enjoy the windy day, and we'll see you back tomorrow night,
Bye-bye.
maybe on Mom's patio.
We'll do what we can. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.